Hello everyone, my name is Nur Adila Amira and today I'll be presenting about Chapter 1 Biodiversity under the subtopic of Kingdom Protista. We have three types of biodiversity, which is genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecosystem diversity. The hierarchical classification of biodiversity starts from domain, followed by kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. You can remember hierarchical classification of biodiversity easier by using the acronym Dear King Phillips, call our family genus species. Now, let's proceed to the level of organization. Two levels of organization are prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Under the eukaryote level of organization, there lives two types of organism. The two types of organism is multicellular and unicellular. Multicellular organism has two modes of nutrition, which is heterotroph and autotroph. As we all know, heterotroph can be divided into saprophytic and holozoite. Did you know about Five Kingdom system? The Five Kingdom system is proposed by the American biologist R.H. Whitaker. Five kingdoms in the Five Kingdom system are Kingdom Fungi, Kingdom Animalia, Kingdom Plantae, Kingdom Protista, and Kingdom Monera. Based on new information molecular data, classification now follows the three-domain system, which is bacteria, archaea, and eukarya. Now, let's dig deep into the Kingdom Protista. These are the unique characteristics of Protista. The level of organization of Protista is eukaryotes, and the type of cell organization of Protista is unicellular. Actually, Protista diverse in cell organization, but most of them are unicellular. Some Protista is large in size, but most are microscopic. Protista has various modes of nutrition. Most protists are free-living. Some can reproduce only asexually, but most can reproduce both asexually and sexually. Protista can be classified into algae, which is plant-like, and protozoa, which is animal-like. The unique characteristic of algae is its photosynthetic pigment. Algae has two major phyla, which is Chlorophyta and Phaeophyta. One example of Chlorophyta is Chlamydomonas, while one example of Phaeophyta is Fucus. Chlamydomonas is a unicellular green algae with two flagella. Chlamydomonas is pear-shaped and is surrounded by cell walls. Chlamydomonas has eye spot to detect changes in light intensity. The food storage of Chlamydomonas is starch. Chlamydomonas has chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B pigments. Chlamydomonas can reproduce asexually by binary fission, and it can also reproduce sexually during unfavorable conditions. Fucus has air-filled bladder for buoyancy to float. Fucus is thallus in shape with leaf-like blade. The food storage of Fucus is laminarin and mannitol, and Fucus has fucoxanthin photosynthetic pigment. The unique characteristic of Protozoa is its locomotion. Protozoa has four major phyla, which is Euglenophyta, Rhizopora, Celiophora, and Epicomplexa. One example of Euglenophyta is Euglena. Euglena is spindle in shape and has one contractile vacuole. Euglena has one nucleus and has flagellum for locomotion. One example of Rhizopora is Amoeba. Amoeba is irregular in shape. Amoeba has one contractile vacuole, one nucleus, and has pseudopodium for locomotion. One example of Celiophora is Paramecium. Paramecium has a slipper shape. Paramecium has two contractile vacuoles. Paramecium has two nuclei, which is macronucleus and micronucleus. Paramecium also has cilia for locomotion. One example of Apicomplexa is Plasmodium. Plasmodium has a slipper shape just like Paramecium. However, Plasmodium has no contractile vacuole. It has only one nucleus and has no external structure for locomotion. Let us go through the importance of Protista. Number 1. Carbon dioxide fixation. Algae involved in the fixation of nitrates and carbon dioxide. Algae are autotroph, which means they use carbon dioxide as a source of carbon for growth. Number 2. Food source and supplement. Algae such as spirulina and chlorella are popular health food. Algae contain high protein content and high concentration of minerals and vitamins. Number 3. Eutrophication. Algae can reproduce at fast rate. When algae die, they will become food for bacteria that decompose it. Thus, bacteria increase in number and use up the dissolved oxygen in water. This causes fish and aquatic insects to die. Algae bloom also prevents photosynthesis from occurring at the bottom of the water. Number 4. Red tide. Red tide is caused by red algae. It is associated with the production of natural toxins, depletion of dissolved oxygen, and other harmful effects on marine life. Last but not least, human health. Some protists are significant pathogens for both animals and plants. For example, Plasmodium falciparum causes malaria in humans. That's all from me. I hope you gain more knowledge today.